Welcome to the eCommerce Badassery podcast, the place for scrappy entrepreneurs who want to learn actionable steps and strategies to grow the traffic, sales, and profit in your e-commerce business. I'm your host, Jessica Totillo-Coster, a 20-year retail veteran and former brick-and-mortar boutique owner who spent 3 years as the only employee of a 7-figure online store. That shit was crazy. I know exactly how it feels to do all the things, and I'm sharing everything I learned the hard way so you don't have to. I may have started this business by accident, but supporting badass bosses like you lights me the fuck up, and I am so stoked to see you grow. Are you ready, babe? Let's roll. Welcome back to the eCommerce Badassery podcast. I'm your host, Jessica Totillo-Coster. We've been talking a lot about the holiday season here on the podcast and what you should do to crush your sales in Q4. And while we've touched on some details around things you should avoid throughout the process, I worry those details might get lost in the shuffle. That's why today I wanted to do a quick fire episode of 3 things you don't have to do in Q4 that won't even cost you sales. Because the last thing you need is to add more to your plate that won't end up moving the needle. Now, this first one is going to sound a little controversial. Please stick with me. And that's creating new products just for Q4. I love seasonal products. They are a tried and true strategy for grabbing attention, re-engaging past customers, and giving people something to look forward to. You might already know that I am a pumpkin spice latte girl through and through. I even have my own pumpkin spice latte products in the form of my holiday strategy courses that are only available during this time of the year. But for some e-commerce businesses, holiday products are more trouble than they're worth. There's no way for me to diagnose what's right for your business on a podcast episode, and I won't be able to cover every possible nuance. But let me say this. Unless seasonal products are already something you do in your business, are something that's easy for you to work into your strategy, it's okay to skip that strategy this year. While you should absolutely consider them for the future, and I would encourage you to do it, I don't want you to scramble and stress yourself out to bring in or create seasonal products just because you see other people doing it or because you hear me talk about it. As beneficial as they are, your customers don't necessarily need new. They need you to make it really easy to buy what you already have. So instead of creating something brand new, think about bundling existing products, curating gift sets, or just repositioning your bestseller as the perfect gift. You'll save your sanity while still driving sales. The next thing you don't have to do is being everywhere on social media. If you've been around for a bit, you might have noticed that I regularly steer people away from putting too much effort into social media these days. It's not because it's inherently bad. It's just that for most people, it takes a lot of time and effort with little in return. At the same time, there are product-based business owners who are absolutely killing it on social media. And that's not who I'm talking to at this moment. For those of you who are sinking a bunch of time into social and not necessarily seeing the return, here's your permission slip to scale back your effort. Maybe that looks like only posting on your best platform and letting go of the rest. Maybe it looks like reallocating your time and or money into other marketing channels like paid ads, collaborations with other businesses, or getting featured in holiday gift guides. What exactly it looks like for you is going to completely depend on where you're starting. But the point is to double down on what is working and let go of the rest, at least for now. Number 3 is running a bunch of different sales. The temptation is real. You want to have a bunch of different offers so you have things to talk about and ways to keep people engaged. I get it. It sounds fun. But most of the time, all it does is create customer confusion and a whole lot of extra work without a lot of extra payoff. When your promos are too complicated, shoppers hesitate. They overthink. And sometimes they bounce altogether. Plus, your customer service inbox gets flooded with, how come I didn't get the sale price? Can you do a price adjustment? Or, oh, I missed the deadline. Can you honor the discount? Not exactly the vibe you want in Q4. At the end of the day, simple promos sell better, especially during key weekends like Black Friday or the last weekend before the standard shipping cutoff. You want the promo to be easy to understand, easy to execute, and easy to market. And it's not just about the offer itself. It's also about the timing of that offer or having multiple offers throughout the season, a week, whatever. What am I trying to say? Essentially, the number of different offers. Does that mean you can't do AOV building discounts like BOGOs or buy more, save more? No, you absolutely can still do that. But maybe don't run them at the same time as another offer on a different collection of items. As someone who comes from corporate retail, this can sometimes be hard for me. I'll never forget my days at Charlotte Russe with a jewelry promo, a panty promo, and a sweater promo all happening at the same time. The difference was we were there in person to explain the offers and prompt the customer at the register when they could get additional items toward the deal. Online, it's much harder to do that in a non-chaotic way. Ultimately, you and your customers will be best served by simpler offers that run for at least 3 days. Short flash sales only work if you have a very large audience because there aren't enough people paying attention to you at any given moment to actually take advantage of it. As you go into finalizing your Q4 promotional strategy, just remember to keep things simple so you can spend more of your energy getting in front of customers and getting traffic to your store instead of trying to manage promos and switching out banners on your website and all that sort of stuff. At the end of the day, when it comes to Q4, I'm going to tell you the same thing I tell you all year long. Do less, but better. And that's really what I want you to take away from today's episode. If you're still not sure what to do, head to ecommercebadassery.com/holiday podcast. There you'll find a playlist of all my Q4 strategy episodes, along with the tools and resources I've created to help you crush your sales this season. And that, my friends, is a wrap on this week's episode. Keeping it short and sweet. Thanks so much for hanging out with me, and I'll see you on the flip side. Thank you so much for listening to today's episode. If you want to learn more about growing your e-commerce business, get started with my free resource library at ecommercebadassery.com/free stuff and get an invite to the Lounge, my e-commerce marketing membership. When you're ready for one-on-one support, apply to work with me at ecommercebadassery.com/apply. Before you go, would you do me a quick favor? Leave a rating and review and tap that follow button. This pushes me up the chart so I can support more scrappy e-commerce entrepreneurs just like you. I'm on a mission to reach as many as I can, and I could really use your help. Thanks so much in advance. Until next time, e-commerce friend, stay badass.